Welcome back to Minecraft. I'm Dave, and today we're going to be building the Philadelphia Eagles logo from the National Football League. This build has been requested by 3 different subscribers. So the first is Austin Cole, the second is G Schrock Gaming, and the third is Boston Red Sox World Series champs. So this is the way the build's going to turn out. Part of the way through the build, something happened in the original recording, so I had to go back and do some of kind of the head portion with giving block counts, so just be aware that that's going to happen about kind of midway-ish through the build. But it shouldn't be a problem. It should be still very easy to follow. I'm very happy with it, so let's go ahead and get into the build. Alright, for this build we're going to need a few different types of wool. So the first is white, green, black, and light gray. So I think to get started what we're going to do is I'm going to focus on the exterior of the build, and then we'll slowly work our way in and fill in kind of the central portion. So let's get started. As you can see, we've already got down one piece of green. So now directly above this, we're going to go ahead and put down one piece of black wool. And to the left and right of this, we're going to add one piece of green wool. We're going to go ahead and move up a level now. We'll start here on the right hand side. We'll add a piece of black with one piece of green to the right. And then to the left, we're going to add 2 pieces of black followed by one piece of green. Alright, so we'll start here on the left hand side this time, and we're going to add one piece of green followed by one piece of black. We're going to focus on moving our way around the left hand side, and then we'll meet up on the right, since there's going to be a gap of middle space there. So we'll move up. We'll start here on the right hand side where we just added this black. We'll do 2 pieces of black followed by one piece of green. Go ahead and move up a level. Add one piece of green on the left hand side followed by one piece of black. Move up. We'll do 1 black followed by a green going right to left. Move up a level and we'll do 1 green followed by 1 black. So we just had 4 rows of this green-black pattern here on the left side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and to the right of this top black piece, we're going to go ahead and add 1 piece of black. Actually, let's do 1 more row is what we're going to do. We'll do 1 more row so that there was actually 5 rows of this green wool here on the outside edge. And what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 piece of black going into the interior of the build. So I think that'll look a little bit better. Now starting here on the right hand side, we're going to add 1 piece of black followed by 1 piece of green to the left of that. Go ahead and move up a level. We're going to add 1 piece of green here on the left followed by 1 piece of black to the right. Go ahead and move up a level. We're going to add 1 piece of black, and this time we're going to add 5 pieces of green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we're going to do here is we'll start here on the left hand side, and what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back with black wool until we hit this green block here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the way that's going to work. Now let's go ahead and move up a level, and we're going to duplicate that row up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and focus on the mouth since we're on the interior right here. We'll build where the mouth will be. That way when we go to fill in with the light gray, it'll make it that much easier. So now from the mouth, what we're going to do is we'll focus here on this top layer of black wool that we just built. And we're going to end up building backwards to the right 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now what we need to do here is we need to count back 3 blocks from the right to the left. So 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th block, go ahead and place 1 block. Actually, I missed the 4th block there. This is where the 4th block would be. But we can go ahead and add 1 to the left, and then add another 1 to the left of that. So we have 3 blocks basically. So we had 3 blocks here, After that, we're going to build up a level of 3 blocks. And as you can see, that's going to be kind of right above this little single block gap right there. So now what we need to do is we're going to go down below here, and we're going to build starting right here. So we have this single block that's kind of marked out. We're going to start right here with the black wool, and we're going to build all the way to the right till we meet the end of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what we're going to do is we'll start out here on the right side, and we're going to build in 4 blocks this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that leaves us a nice little spacer right there. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to start here on the left side. We're going to add 1, 2, 3 blocks this time, going left to right. Starting on the right side, we're going to add 1, 2, 3 blocks, going from right to left. Now we're going to go ahead and trying to think. I think we'll add 1 more block here on this upper right portion, and then we'll do this row of 3 down here one more time. So 1, 2, 3. I think that'll look a little bit better. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to start here on the right, and we're going to add 4 blocks going right to left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and move down a level. And we're going to add, starting here on the left, we're going to add 3 blocks going left to right. 1, 2, 3. Move down a level. And we're just going to add 1 block going down right there. I think that'll look good. So all this little open space here is going to be filled in with a light gray, but we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to go ahead and get back to building the outside edge around the build. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to start on this level of black right here. That's kind of in between the green and the top level of black. And we're going to add 2 blocks to the left. So 1, 2. Go ahead and move down a level. And starting here on the green, we're going to add 1, 2, 3 pieces of black wool. Now below that rightmost piece of black wool, we're going to switch to our green, and we're going to add 1, 2 pieces of our green wool, followed by 2 pieces of black. So 1, 2. Now starting on the black here, we're going to add 1 piece of black going down. We're going to switch to our green, and we're going to add 1 piece of green. Go ahead and move down a level. We'll start on the left side again. We're going to add 1 piece of black, followed by a 2nd piece of black, and then 1 piece of green. We can go ahead and move down a level. We're not going to build on this left side. We're going to move over to the next black block. We're going to add 1, 2 pieces of black, followed by 1 piece of green. So as you can see, the beak's kind of starting to get some curvature to it. We're going to repeat that pattern 1 more time. So skip this leftmost block, move to the middle black block, place 1 piece of black wool, followed by 1 to the right, and then 1 piece of green. Alright, so as you can see, we've got some curvature going to the beak here, and that's where we're going to finish with it coming around from here, and we're going to start building the beak out going that way. So we're going to go ahead and move down a level from here, and we're going to skip this far right green wool. We're going to move to the black, and we're going to place 1 green block below that. Now to the left of that, we're going to add 3 black wool blocks. So 1, 2, and 3. So I'll go ahead and move down a level. Go ahead and skip this green wool block on the right and add 1, 2 pieces of green wool. This will then be followed by 4 pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and move down a level. We're going to skip these 2 green wool blocks. Starting here on the black, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of our green. Go ahead and move up a level now. To the left of this black wool, we're going to add 1, 2 blocks of green. We're going to add 1 piece of black with 2 pieces of black to the right. And to the left of that, we're going to add 1 piece of green. Go ahead and move up a level. We're going to add 1 piece of black wool directly above the green, followed by 1 piece of black to the right, and then 1 piece of green to the left. Move up a level. Starting here on the left, we're going to add 1 green block with 1 black wool block to the right. Starting on the right, we're going to add 1 black wool with 1 black wool to the left, and then 1 piece of green to the left of that. Now we're going to build up directly above this green wool. We're going to add 5 blocks of green wool going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now on the inside of that, we're going to just go ahead and copy that with the black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then to the right of this black wool, we're going to add 1 piece of black going to the right. Now, we're going to skip over from this left side of green wool to the black wool block in the middle here. And we're going to build up 1, 2 pieces of green wool. We're going to follow that with the black. So we're going to build up 1, 2 pieces of black with 1 piece of black going to the right of that top block. Go ahead and move in from the left of that green wool and add 1 green wool block there with 1 black wool to the right, followed by 1 more to the right. Again, we're going to skip over this left block, go to this black wool here, add 1 green block there, followed by 2 black wool. Repeat that again, skip the left block, add your green wool there, add 2 black wool. Do the same thing again. Skip the green, add your green there, and then 2 black. Alright, so this is how we're coming along here now. We're going to do 1 more row similar to those that we've just done. So we're going to start here on the left. We're going to skip this green wool block. We're going to add a green wool directly above that first black. Now to the right of this, we're going to add 8 blocks of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what's going to happen there is the eye is kind of going to kick up from here, and I think we'll go ahead and focus on building the eye and finishing off this beak right now before we start working on the rest of the head and neck, basically. So now that we've got those 8 black wool blocks, we're going to go ahead and add 4 more going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now directly below this far right side, we're going to build down 1 black wool, followed by a black wool to the right, and then 1 light gray. Now above that, we're going to go ahead and add 2 white wool with 1 black and 1 light gray to the right. We'll start here on the right side now. Directly above this light gray, we're going to add 1 piece of black with 1 piece of light gray to the right of that. Now to the left, we're going to add 1 piece of white, followed by 2 pieces of black, followed by 1 piece of the light gray, and then 3 black. 1, 2, 3. We'll go ahead and start out here on the right side again. So directly above this light gray over here, we're going to add 1 piece of black. Whoops. Followed by 2 pieces of white, 1 piece of black, 1 piece of white to the left of that. And then we'll go ahead and do 3 pieces of black. 1, 2, and 3. We'll go ahead and start out here on the right again. This time we're going to start with the light gray. We're going to build up 1. And then we're going to add 2 pieces of white to the left. So 1, 2. Followed this time by, I think we'll do 4 pieces of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and start out here on the right side again. We're going to start with a light gray. We're going to add 1 piece of light gray going up, followed by 1 piece of light gray to the right. And then to the left, we're going to add 1 piece of black, followed by 1 piece of white, then 1 piece of light gray, and then we'll do 2 black. 1, 2. So as you can see, the eye is really starting to come together. We'll go ahead and start here on the right side. We're going to build up 1 piece of our light gray, followed by 2 pieces of black. 1, 2. Followed by 1 piece of light gray. And then we're going to add, let's see, I just want to make sure that we're following our build here. We're going to add 2 pieces of our black this time. So 1, 2. Alright. So now starting on the right again, this time we're going to be starting here at the right. We're going to add 1 piece of light gray with 1 piece of light gray to the right and 1 piece of light gray to the left. And this time we're going to add 4 blocks of our black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go ahead and move up a level now. Starting here on the right hand side, we're actually going to start with white this time. To the right of that, we're going to add 2 pieces of light gray. So 1, 2. To the left, we're going to add 1 piece of light gray. And we're going to follow that with 2 black wool blocks. So 1, 2. So now what we're going to do is we're going to skip 1 block and we're going to add 1 piece of black wool to the left of that. Go ahead and start here on the right side. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to move in 1, 2 blocks. So directly above this white wool, we're going to add 1, 2 blocks of our light gray. Now to the left of that, we're going to add 2 of our black wool, so 1 and 2. Go ahead and move up a level. Starting here on the right, we're going to add 1 block of our light gray. And we're going to follow that with 2 pieces of black, 1, 2. And now we're going to go ahead and start here on the right. Above this gray, we're going to add 1 black wool block. To the right of that, we're going to add 1 light gray. And to the left, we're going to add 1 black. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start here on the light gray on the right. And we're going to build up 1 piece of black wool. To the right of that, we're going to add 1 black, followed by 1 light gray. And then we're going to go ahead and copy that. So above the gray, we're going to add 1 black, followed by 1 black to the right, and then a light gray. And then we'll just go ahead and add above this light gray 1 piece of black, followed by 1 piece of black to the right. So as you can see, that's going to be the eye structure in the middle of the build. I think it's really looking good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and finish off the top of the beak, and then we'll fill it in. So let's get started on that. So now what we need to do here, easiest way to do this, I think, is we're going to come down here, and you see this bottom level of the eye here, where we have this gray, black, and black. To the left of that, we're going to add 1 piece of white wool. And to the left of that, we're going to add 1, 2 pieces of our black. Now we're going to move down a level, and we're going to go ahead and count over 1 block from the left. So on this second piece of black wool, we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2 blocks of black going to the right. Now building down from the right side, so we skip the left block, and then we focus on this right black wool. We're going to build down 1. We're going to build to the right 3 blocks. So 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and build down a level. And this time we're going to build to the right, probably, 4 blocks is what we're going to build to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now instead, here on the right block, instead of building down, we're going to build up 1 this time. And we're going to build to the right 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, Now to the right of that, we're just going to add one piece of light gray with one piece of black above the light gray. So now if we move down below this, we're going to go ahead and start here on the right side. We're going to count over the gray wool block and then one black wool block. So on the second black wool, we're going to build down. And we're going to build down quite a few blocks this time. So we're going to build down 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now to the right of that very bottom block, we're going to add one piece of green. Now above this piece of green, we're going to build up one piece of green. And to the right of that, we'll add one more piece of green. And that's just a placeholder for later, when we start focusing on the rest of the head. So now to the left of the very bottom black, we're going to add one black wool to the left. Now, moving in from the right, from this green wool, we're going to start on the black, and we're going to go ahead and build down 3 green wool. So 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go ahead and follow that with the black, so build down 1, 2, 3. And at the bottom of that the very bottom one, we're going to go ahead and add one piece of black to the left. Now moving in from the right, where the green is, to the black, we're going to build down 1 and 2 pieces of green. Go ahead and follow that with the black, so 1, 2. And then go ahead and build in 1 to the left with your black at the very bottom. Now we're going to do quite a few rows of our single green block, pattern that we've done kind of over there on the top left. So move in 1 from the right, add your green wool, followed by 2 black, 1, 2. Go ahead and follow that again. So skip the green, add your green right there, followed by 2 black. Repeat it. And basically we're just going to repeat this until we meet up with the base. And once we're at the base, instead of doing the 2 blocks there, we're going to go ahead and add a 3rd black wool block. And then we're just going to go ahead and add our green wool there. So as you can see, we've met up with the base. So now we can go ahead and focus on filling in the beak. But the first thing we need to do is go ahead and add the nose on the beak. So let's go ahead and do that really quick before we focus on filling in the light gray. So for this, what we're going to do is we see this eye structure starting right here. So to the left of that, what we're going to do is I'm just going to do a solid line of light gray wool right here going from top to bottom. So let's just go ahead and focus on that. And that's going to give us our piece where we're going to attach the nostril. And so to make this very easy, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this line of light gray right there at the top. So now right here in the corner, what we're going to do is we're going to add one piece of black wool. To the left of that, we're going to add one piece of black as well. Now on the row below, we're going to add 3 pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3. Directly below that final piece of black wool that we added, we're going to go ahead and build down 1 piece of black wool. And there's the nostril. So that was super easy. So now what we're going to do, within all this empty space here, within the beak, we're just going to add light gray. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up, and you can go ahead and fast forward and do it later, or you can stop it, do it now, whatever you want to do. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the beak complete now. So now the next bit to focus on will be the rest of the head going into the neck. Let's go ahead and start here on this right side. So we're going to do, above this green wool, we're going to go ahead and add 2 pieces of black wool. So 1, 2. And now to the right of that, we're going to add 7 pieces of green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what we're going to do is we'll start here on the left side, and we're going to build all the way across until we meet the end of this green. So that'll be 9 pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now to the right of that, we're going to add 2 more pieces of black wool. So 1, 2. Go ahead and move down a level. And we're going to add 1, 2, 3 pieces of our black wool going to the right from that green. So now what we can do is, starting here to the right of that green wool on the very first piece of black, we're going to build down 6 pieces of green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. To the right of that very bottom green wool, we're going to build to the right 4 pieces of green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you have that. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of fill in with some black wool here. Starting here at the top, we're just going to go ahead and build all the way to the base with our black. We're going to follow that with the next row of black. And so now what we're going to do is we're just going to make a neat little stair step here. So starting here on this row of 3 blocks of black, we're going to move down a row, and we're going to add 1 more piece of black to the right. We can go ahead and duplicate that all the way down. So you have a neat little stair step there. So now what we're going to do here on the far right of where we have this green wool piece here, we're going to go ahead and build up, let's build up 2 pieces of black wool. Actually, we'll do 3. 1, 2, and 3. So now, here on the right side, we're going to move up above that green, starting on the black, and we're going to add 1, 2 pieces of our green wool going to the right. Now above that, we're going to add 1, 2 pieces of black with 1 piece of green to the right of that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move up a level, and we will start here on the left, just to the right of that black wool. And we're going to build to the right 1, 2, 3 blocks of black, followed by 1 green. So now this level, we're going to go ahead and start here on the left. We'll skip that block. So starting at the one to the right of that, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of black going to the right, followed by 1 piece of green. I'll actually do 2 pieces of green. And then we'll move up a level. So starting here on the left, we're going to go ahead and skip that block. We're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of black, followed by 1 piece of green. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and focus on the top portion of this kind of feather for the neck. So on this row right here with the empty space, we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2 pieces of our light gray, followed by 2 pieces of black, and then 2 pieces of light gray, and then 3 pieces of black. 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do is we will focus on the next level. We're going to add 1 piece of gray here to the right of that gray. Then we're going to add 3 pieces of black. So 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and move up a level. To the right of this black wool, we're going to add 3 pieces of light gray. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, to the right of this 3 pieces of gray wool, we're going to add 6 pieces of our black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to go ahead and move up a level. We're going to move across 3 pieces of wool here. So we're going to be starting on this very right piece of light gray. And we're going to add 5 pieces of our light gray. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right of that, we're going to add 8 pieces of our black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to add on our light gray here. So we're going to start on this very right piece of light gray. We're going to build up 1. And we're going to follow and build across all this black wool. And then we're going to add 2 more pieces of light gray to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then 2 more, and that'll be 10. So 1, 2. So that'll be our 10th block there. We'll leave that for right now to focus on a little bit later. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to move below here. And the easiest way to figure out our placement for this next row of black is to add to the right of this row, we're just going to add 2 pieces of light gray. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build these 4 blocks here and then add 3 more, so that'll be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go ahead and move down a level. We'll start here on the right. We're going to build down 1. We're going to add 1 block to the right. And now we're going to add 2 blocks going to the left. So 1 and 2. Now what we can do here is we're just going to skip this left block and we're going to build down all the way starting on this second block. So 1, 2, 3 blocks. And as you can see, we've connected. So now we can go ahead and fill in this portion really quick with some light gray. So let's just do that really quick. So there's our first part of the neck done. Alright. So now what we need to do is go ahead and start focusing on this next kind of feather, basically. So for this, what we're going to do is we'll start here on this far right set of green wool. We're going to build down 1 piece of green. Now to the right of that, we're going to add 1, 2 pieces of our green. Okay, so we can go ahead and fill in our black wool right here for these 2 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now starting above this green wool on the very right, we're going to go ahead and build up until we leave a 1 block spacer. So I think that's going to be 5 blocks, but let's go ahead and check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that was right. Okay. So now starting here on the right, we're going to go ahead and move up to this black wool, and we're going to add 1, 2 pieces of green. And now we're going to build up above these 4 pieces of black wool above both. So 1, 2, 3, actually only 3, excuse me. And then 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be the base of where our light gray comes to. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move down again. We're going to move up to the black wool here, and we're going to add 1, 2 pieces of our green again. And now we can go ahead and follow that with, let's see, we'll build out 4 pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, actually no, we're not going to build out 4 pieces. We'll only do 2 pieces of black there, followed by 2 pieces of green. Now we're going to do 4 pieces of black on the next row. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So for this next little bit, what we're going to do is we will skip these 2 blocks here. On the 3rd block, we're going to just add a black wool block as a spacer, just so we know where we're at. We're going to add 1 piece of green to the right of that black wool. And then we're going to just go ahead and build all the way out with black until we're above that piece of green wool that we just added. And add 1 piece of green to the right of that. So now we're going to kind of follow this staircase method that I'm doing here for 4 more blocks. and then we're going to switch it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. So starting here on the left, we're going to skip over a block, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of black, followed by 1 green. We're going to go ahead and do that again. So skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, add your green. Skip the first black, add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, green. Go ahead and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a green. And let's go ahead and skip again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a green. Now let's just make sure we have the right count here. Okay, so the way that we know that we're in the right here is there should be 7 of these single green wools here on the outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're right on. Alright, so this is how the build is going to actually turn out. For some reason, it only recorded the first 44 minutes of what I'd built. So I'm going to have to go ahead and go back over the top and do some block counts for you on certain pieces of the build, kind of from where we left off in the last frame. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So essentially where we left off was we should have this gray piece right here, and then we should be at basically this green block out here where my cursor currently is. So we're going to go ahead and start with the green out there first. We'll finish off kind of this neck feather portion here, and we'll just slowly work our way up and then connect. We're going to try to not fill in the white just because we can do that at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll go out here to the outside edge. We're going to go ahead and start with a piece of green. So on your board, you should have this piece of green right here. Directly above it, you're going to place 1 piece of green. And then to the left of that, you're going to place 4 pieces of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're going to go ahead and move up a level. And above the green block, you're going to go ahead and place 1 black wool block, followed by 1 green to the right, and then 3 black to the left. 1, 2, and 3. Now on the next level, we're going to go ahead and move out here to the right side. We'll start with 1 green wool block, and we'll follow that this time with 5 black wool blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and move up a level. Above the green wool, you're going to go ahead and place 1 piece of black with 1 piece of green to the right. And then to the left of that, we're going to end up building, it looks like 8 blocks of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we can go ahead and move up a level. Starting out here on the far right side edge, we're going to go ahead and place a green wool directly above the green wool that we just placed. To the left of that, we're going to place 2 more blocks of green wool, so 1, 2. And now we're going to have quite a few black wool blocks. I'm going to go ahead and give you the count for this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 black wool blocks. Now to the left of that, we're going to go ahead and place 2 light gray wool blocks. So 1, 2. And then directly below, we will start here on the far left side. So that last piece of light gray that we added, we're going to go ahead and put a piece of black below that. To the right of that, we're going to add 2 pieces of black wool. So 1, 2. Then we can go ahead and switch to our light gray. And our light gray is going to go all the way back underneath all this black wool. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, just so we kind of keep our place here, what we're going to do is we're not going to worry about filling in the gray wool right now, but we are going to build the outside edge and outside border of that. So we're going to count over from here, starting on this light gray wool. We're going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Directly underneath the 6th, we're going to place 1 piece of light gray. Go ahead and move down below that and place one more piece of light gray. Now to the left of that, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks of our light gray. Now you can go ahead and build one block down below that. And to the left of it, you're going to add 1, 2, and 3 pieces of light gray. And to the right, you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of light gray. Now go ahead and build down directly below that, 1, 2 blocks. And I think maybe on that second block you'll be connected. If not, you should be, it should match up with where the gray wool is currently on your build. So now what you can do if you want is you can go ahead and fill in the gray wool all the way to the black. Just fill in that portion of the build. We'll go ahead and go back out here on this long strand of black wool that we added before. Now to the left of these 3 blocks of black wool that you have here, we're going to go ahead and add one more piece of black wool, followed by one piece of light gray. Now directly below the light gray, we're going to add one piece of black wool, with one piece of light gray to the right, and then one piece of black and one piece of light gray to the left. Now directly below the light gray you just placed, we're going to add 1 and 2 blocks of light gray going to the left. And then directly below that piece of light gray you just added, go ahead and switch to a white wool block. Place one of those with a light gray to the left of that. Okay, so now we can go ahead and move back into the build. And we're going to be working on the kind of neck feather above the one that we should have just finished. So again, do not worry about the white wool right now. You'll go ahead and fill that in at the end. Alright, so now to get this started, the easiest way will be to look here at what you have built currently. So you should have these 2 light gray blocks that lead into this really long line of black wool blocks. So if you skip over those 2 light gray, and you skip the first black wool, directly above the second black wool, you're going to go ahead and lay down 4 blocks of light gray going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to go ahead and switch to your black, and we're going to add quite a few here. I'll go ahead and give you the count. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks of black. Follow that with 2 blocks of light gray. Now go ahead and switch to your black and add 4 pieces of black. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 piece of the green. Go ahead and move up to the next level. And here above this green wool block, we're going to go ahead and place 1 piece of black. To the right of that, we're going to add 1 piece of green. And to the left, we're going to add 3 pieces of black. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, we're going to go ahead and skip the light gray right now. We'll focus on that once we build the top portion of this feather. So, let's go ahead and focus here on the right again. Directly above the green wool to the far right, we're going to place 1 piece of black with 1 piece of green to the right and 3 pieces of black to the left. So 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and move up again. Directly above the green, go ahead and place 1 more green. This time add 3 pieces of black to the left of that, nothing to the right. So 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and move up a level. Directly above the green, we're going to place 1 piece of black with 1 piece of green to the right and 2 pieces of black to the left. Go ahead and move up again. This time directly above the green, you're going to place 1 piece of black with 1 piece of green to the right and 2 pieces of black to the left. So 1, 2. You can go ahead and move up. You're just going to duplicate this row. So 1 piece of green directly above the green. And then 3 pieces of black above all the pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and move up again. This time you're going to start above the green with 1 piece of black. To the right of that, you're going to add 1 piece of green. To the left, you're going to add 2 pieces of black. So 1 and 2. Go ahead and move up another level. Directly above the green, you're going to place 1 piece of black with 1 piece of green to the right. And now to the left, we're going to have another long chain of black wool. So I'll go ahead and give you the count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 pieces of black. Now after the 23rd piece of black, go ahead and put down one piece of our light gray. Now directly below the light gray, go ahead and switch to your black. Put down one piece of black. With one piece of black to the right of that, go ahead and switch to your light gray, and you can build a solid line of light gray the whole way back to the black wool. So that's what we'll do with that. Now to give ourselves kind of the placement for the next piece of light gray on the row below this, what we're going to do is we'll count back all the gray wool we just placed. So we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks. On the 11th block of gray wool that you just placed, directly below it, place one piece of light gray. And then build to the right of that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pieces of light gray. Now build down 2 pieces of light gray from that 5th block that you just placed. And to the left, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks of our light gray. Go ahead and build down a block from that last block you placed. To the left, we're going to add 4 blocks, of light gray. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And to the right, we're going to add 5 blocks of light gray. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and build down 2 blocks below that last block you just placed. So 1 and 2. And to the left, you can go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks of our light gray. Now this empty space here to the right, you can go ahead and fill in with the light gray right now or do it later. But we're going to go ahead and focus on finishing off this neck feather. So now you should see these 2 black wool blocks here to the left of this long line of light gray. To the left of that, we're going to go ahead and put down 2 pieces of black wool. To the left of that, we're going to place 1 piece of light gray. Go ahead and move down a level. Directly below the light gray, you're going to put down 1 block of black. To the right of that, you're going to have 1 block of black and 1 block of light gray. To the left of it, you're going to have 2 pieces of black. So 1, 2. Directly below that black wool, you're going to place 1 piece of light gray with 1 piece of black to the left. That's what we're looking like there. Now we're going to focus on the top feather now. So let's go ahead and we will move up above our last row that we just added at the top of this build. And we're going to start here on the left side. We're going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks. So you should be above the 4th block of black wool. We're going to start with our light gray wool, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of our light gray, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 blocks of black. To the right of that, you're going to add 1 piece of green. Go ahead and move up a level. Above the green, you're going to go ahead and place 1 piece of black, followed by 1 piece of green to the right, and now you can go ahead and build to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks of black wool. Go ahead and switch to your light gray, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks of our light gray. Go ahead and move out to the far right side. And directly above the green, you're going to place 1 block of green. And to the left of that, we're going to add 5 blocks of green wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the left of that, you're going to add 3 blocks of black. So 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to add 7 blocks of light gray to the left of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, for the next row, I think what we'll do is we'll start here on the left. We're going to count over 4 blocks of light gray. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Above this fourth block, you're going to go ahead and add 1 piece of light gray with 3 blocks of light gray to the right of that. So 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and switch to your black. You're going to add 4 pieces of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by 1 piece of green. Now go ahead and move up a level. Starting here on the right, we're going to add 1 piece of black above the green. Add 1 piece of green to the right of that. Add 3 pieces of black to the left. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and switch to your light gray, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks of light gray. Now below that 11th block, we're going to go ahead and build down 1. We're going to add 3 more going to the left of that. 1, 2, 3. Now you can go ahead and move down. And we're going to add just a white wool block directly below the light gray we just placed, just as a spacer. And then we're going to add 1 piece of light gray to the left of that. Now go ahead and move back up to the top. Go ahead and go out to the far right. And directly above this green wool at the top, we're going to add 1 piece of black. To the right of that, we're going to add 1 piece of green. And to the left, we're going to add 4 pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and switch to your light gray and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 pieces of light gray. Go ahead and move out to the far right. Go ahead and add 1 piece of green directly above the green, followed by 4 pieces of black. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to add 5 pieces of light gray. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to go ahead and move back over here to the far right. And we're going to build up directly above the green with 1 piece of black. To the right of that, we're going to add 1 piece of green. To the left, we're going to add 1, 2, 3 pieces of black, followed this time by quite a few of our gray. I think it looks like it's going to be about 12, but I'll go ahead and give you the count. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now to the left of that, go ahead and switch to your black and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of black, followed by 1 piece of white, and then 3 pieces of black. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 pieces of green. 1, 2, and 3. So we're kind of working on the very top portion of the build now. Let's go ahead and we'll start out here on the left and work our way back to right. So we're going to skip these 3 light green wool blocks here. Starting on the black, we're going to add 2 pieces of green. So 1, 2. To the right of that, we're going to add 4 blocks of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by 3 green. 1, 2, 3. Follow this now with quite a few blocks of black. It looks like it might be about 8, 7 or 8. We'll go ahead and give the count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Guess it was 9 blocks, excuse me. Go ahead and switch to your light gray, and we're going to add 5 blocks of light gray. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now go ahead and switch to your black. We're going to add 4 blocks of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by 1 block of green. Go ahead and move up. Directly above the green, we're going to put 1 more block of green. This time it's a good chain of black wool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blocks of black wool, followed by 6 blocks of green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 3 blocks of black. 1, 2, 3. Then 3 green. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and skip over the 3 green wool you just placed. And on the black, we're going to add 4 blocks of green going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now go ahead and skip the rest of the green wool here, which is 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you're on the black, you can go ahead and start placing green again, and you're going to add 4 pieces of green. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go ahead here and switch to your black, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 pieces of black wool. To the right of that, we're going to add 1 piece of green. Go ahead and move up a level, and we're going to put down 1 piece of green. Now switch to your black, and we're going to add 6 blocks of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead and switch to your green. We're going to add 4 pieces of green. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off the very top here. Go ahead and skip these 4 blocks of green that you just placed. And directly above the black wool, we're going to add 4 blocks of green going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to your black and add 3 blocks of black, 1, 2, and 3. And then add 1 green wool to the right of that. Now directly above the green we just placed, we're going to build 4 blocks of green going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now you should have the very top portion of the build complete. So now we just need to build down until we connect with the beak on the left side of the build. And then you can go ahead and fill in all the empty space with white wool. So we will go ahead and focus here near the very top, right here on this left hand side where we finished up. So what we're going to do is we will go ahead and start over on the very right side of where we actually start placing blocks. So to do this, we're going to count over these 3 green wool blocks, place nothing under them right now, and go ahead and start on this very first black wool block. So 4 blocks in from the left. So go ahead and push down 1 piece of black wool there. To the left of that, you're going to go ahead and add 3 pieces of black. So 1, 2, 3. Now go ahead and switch to your green and add 3 blocks of green. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to go ahead and move down a level and go ahead and skip over the green again. And on the black, the very first black wool block, you're going to add 1 piece of black wool going down. And you're going to add 3 blocks of black to the left. So 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and switch to your green now, and we're going to add 4 blocks of green going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I might have said 4. I meant 5 if I said 4. We're adding 5 blocks of green. So again, what we're going to do here is we're going to move over. We're going to skip all this green wool. We're going to start on the black. Directly below the black wool, the far left one, we're going to add 1 piece of black wool. To the left of it this time, we're going to add 2 blocks of black. So 1, 2, followed by 1 green. And then 2 pieces of black, 1 and 2. And then 2 pieces of green. So 1, 2. Now this time what we're going to do is, you see, we'll skip these first 2 green. We'll skip the 2 black. We'll skip this green. And on this piece of black right here, the very first one on the second set of black wool, we're going to go ahead and build down 1 piece of black. Now to the left of that, we're going to add 5 pieces of black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and to the left of that, add 2 pieces of green. So 1 and 2. Now we're going to go ahead and move down. And we will, this time it gets a little more complicated, so I think what we'll do here is we're going to go ahead and just build down directly below this piece of black that we just added. Or green, excuse me. So directly below it, add 1 piece of black. Now to the left of that, go ahead and add 2 pieces of green. And to the right, what you're going to do is you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of black. Go ahead and start out here on the left, build down 1 piece of black. To the left of that, add 1 piece of green. To the right, add 2 pieces of black, followed by 1 piece of white, and then 1 piece of black. Now directly below the white that we just placed, go ahead and add 1 block of black, and then move over to the left side of the build. Directly below the green, we're going to add 1 piece of black. To the right of that, we'll add 1 piece of black. To the left, we're going to add 2 pieces of green, so 1, 2. Directly below that last piece of green we placed, we're going to build down 1 block of black. To the right, we'll add 2 pieces of black, so 1 and 2. To the left, we'll add 1 piece of green. Go ahead and move down a level. Directly below the green, add 1 piece of black. To the right, add 1 black. To the left, add 2 green, so 1, 2. Alright, below this left-hand green block, we're going to place 1 piece of black below it, with 2 pieces of black to the right, so 1, 2. Build to the left, 1 piece of green. Go ahead and move down. Directly below the green, add 1 piece of black, with 1 piece of black to the right, and to the left, add 2 pieces of green. Move down a level. Directly below the green, add 1 piece of black, with 2 blocks of black to the right, so 1, 2, and 1 block of green to the left. Go ahead and move down. We're going to add 1 piece of black directly below the green, with 1 black to the right, and 1 green to the left. Move down a level. We're going to do 1 block of black below the green, 1 to the right. Go ahead and switch to the green and add 1 of those to the left. Move down a level. Add 1 block of black below the green, with 1 block of black to the right, 1 block of green to the left. Move down again. Repeat the sequence with 1 block of black below the green, 1 block of black to the right, 1 green block to the left. Move down. Add 1 block of black to below the green, with 1 block of black to the right, and 1 block of green to the left. Move down again. Below the green, add 1 block of black, with 1 block of black to the right, and 1 block of green to the left. Directly below the green, add 1 block black, add 1 black to the right, and to the left this time you're going to add 2 pieces of green, so 1, 2. Go ahead and move down. Build 1 block black below the green, add 2 blocks this time of black to the right, 1 and 2. Add 1 green to the left. Go ahead and build down below the green with 1 black to the right, 1 green to the left. Go ahead and move down. Add 1 black below the green with 2 black to the right, 1 and 2. And then go ahead and add 1 green to the left. Alright, so as you can see now, you should have an outline for the head. So you can go ahead and fill in all the white in the interior portion of the build. If you still have some gray that you need to fill in on the outside, go ahead and take care of that as well. And we'll go ahead and take a peek of it here at the end. Alright, so this is the way the build's going to turn out. I am very happy with the way this one looks. I think that it turned out great. I think that it's very close to the actual logo. I definitely think that you guys should try to build this one. I think it'll look great on your pixel art maps. I'm very happy these guys requested this build, and I hope that they're satisfied with the way it turned out. As always, it's been a pleasure. Remember to like and subscribe, and definitely take care.